wild now. They look like they're from outer space.
No better place to be at this time of the year.
What do you guys think?
Just getting to sit back and just reflect and do this.
We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Beard. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. Last game for the Warriors, they pick up the W against the Wizards in Washington.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
But it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Now Golden State's starting five. The tremendous pair of Curry and Clay in the backcourt. Durant and Green are the forwards. And it's Cousins in at the five. Now Rozier after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Here's Tatum. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And tonight, two teams, Brent, that use rebounding to try to control the pace of the game. Talk about the importance of boxing out in this one.
Well, one of the things that most coaches say is our defensive possession does not end until we get a rebound. So to have great rebounding like we have here tonight, that means you can ignite the fast break, you can control the possessions by one and done, and not give the opportunity for a team to have a second breath at any point tonight.
Some guys consider rebounding as important as anything they do.
Well, I think it's even tougher now, Kevin, with the long balls being shot from the three-point line.
Exactly.
Lots more talk about moon rebounding and making sure the guards make contact, and then they fold in and scoop those things up. Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling, exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
Down low. Curry against Rozier. Over Rozier. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Curry's got his first bucket of the night.
Steph, such an ideal pick-and-roll guy. The threat of the long ball always there, so whether he's shooting or passing, the defense has a hard time keeping up.
Now here is Horford. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Morris kicks to Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. Horford the pass to Rozier. Austin needs to get off his shot. Smart. And Thompson sends it back.
Clay's a very good positional and on-ball defender, but him getting to a block shot like that, that's impressive.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Steve Kerr. David.
Thanks, Kevin. I expect this to be an inside-out kind of game. This team has a lot of shooters who can really get going once they hit a few. We'll see if they can go on a roll from out there. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You know, it's hard to create spacing without the threes. Curry kicks to Cousins. Durant the pass to Cousins. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Cousins.
Yeah, in this offense and in this structure, there's going to be opportunities to get a lot more assists for Cousins.
Pass to Tatum. Celtics passing it around. Curry against Rozier. Out to Morris for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Outside, Green passes it to Thompson. This 3-pointer's off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Horford, and the rejection by Cousins. To the inside, and the layup's good off the glass. Thompson's got his first 2 points.
Well, you want to push Clay into those areas, and it's a little bit deflating, and he starts to make perimeter jump shots more towards the inside.
Now here's Smart. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Tatum kicks to Rozier. Outside, Smart. Tatum dishes to Smart. Unloads from 13. Green with the block.
You can see Draymond Green so fired up every time he has a chance to impact the game defensively.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, this is also one of those things where you start to think about how you're going to change your defense already. If at all possible, make someone else beat you.
Now here's Tatum. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Feeds to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
And right now, the game plan seems to be working.
It looks like this team has finally gotten into the club and found its rhythm, trying their best to pull away.
Smart kicks to Horford. Back to Smart. Here's Rozier, and the rejection by Cousins.
How about Cousins with some gritty defense there, showing off his intimidating length on that rejection. And that's just good offense. Surprised he blew that one, and the defense is too.
In the corner, Horford with it. Morris outside. To the wing right side. It's stolen by Curry. Now the Warriors moving it up. Thompson with the ball. Fires from 14. And that's off the glass and in. Thompson's got 6.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
The Warriors' Steve Kerr, the fastest coach in major American sports history to 250 wins. Brent, he gave all the credit to his players. But you talk about what makes him special.
But I think Steve just really timed it right in terms of when it was he was going to approach the next phase of his life, waiting for his children to be in a good place, waiting for him mentally to be in a spot where he was going to take over a talented team and put his imprint on it. His experience in Phoenix in the front office, teaching him about what it takes to move players around and make trades. Just the proper approach and the proper timing for Steve to take over a basketball club, and then to bring all of what he learned from Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson to the table, along with a lot of his own. And I think Steve thought long and hard and prepared himself on a lot of levels about what the job was going to be for him. We've seen that play out rather nicely in the last few years.
Boston trails by 12. Rozier looking around. At the top of the key, Horford over Green. Horford gets the bucket.
Excellent job by Horford to shoot that as soon as he catches it. No time for the defense to get to him.
Curry with it. 6 points for him. Outside, Green. Six on the shot clock. Back to Curry. Over Rozier. Misses off the left iron.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still, there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Cousins against Horford. Brown the pass to Morris. Over Green. Iman Green with the rebound.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Now here's Curry. He carries a very heavy load for him offensively, averaging nearly 32 points a game. And it's good off the back rim and in. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Rozier kicks to Horford. To the middle. It's stolen by Green. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. So Rozier will bring it up for the Celtics. 15-point game. And the rejection by Curry.
Curry, great timing on the block, catching his man off guard with a big-time rejection.
And that one is off. And the Celtics going the other way now. The pass to Horford. Rozier against Curry. Over in the corner, Brown. A three-pointer off the mark. Warriors leading by 15. Inside, Green. And Green slams it in.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Now, here's Rozier. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Tatum dishes to Brown. Over Thompson. Busted. No good that time either.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Curry gets the bucket.
Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
Tatum passes to Morris. It's stolen by Green. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. At the elbow, it's Cousins. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got his 3rd assist on the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Tatum. He has 5, and the shot goes in. And here is Curry. Thompson outside. He kicks it to Durant. Outside, Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Durant.
Morris.
Rebound by the Celtics.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time. Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
Warriors leading by 18.
And if there was ever a guy who was more than what his stats say, it's Al Horford. Won't have nights where he drops 50 or carries a team with his shot blocking, but you ask anyone he's played with and they'll tell you he is a perfect teammate. Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
1:21 left in the first quarter. Now here's Curry. 12 points for him. Thompson outside. Morris against Durant. 6 to shoot. To the paint. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
Now here's Brown. No points in the game yet for him. Tatum against Durant. And slammed up by Tatum.
And Tatum is clever when he's in attack mode. Great at beating defenders to the basket.
Warriors leading by 16. Curry on the wing. Here's the three. The basket good off the assist from Durant. 15 points for Steph Curry.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Rozier kicks to Morris. Over to the wing. Durant against Tatum. Knocked away. It's stolen by Green. Thompson outside. The three-pointer no good. From deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good.
I like how hard Thompson's working right now on defense. He's just not giving them anything easy.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He delivered 9 points. The arrival certainly of Kevin Durant fortified an already great work.
There's a different dynamic that we can.
You know, Greg, KD and Steph are a lethal combination for sure. Nearly impossible to guard.
I mean, both former MVPs, and with the talent surrounding them, a chance to make history.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense. And this has them out to a big lead after 1.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Jonas Jerebko out there with Iguodala. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Bell. And it's Livingston in at the 2. Oh, Tatum in position. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Man, and Tatum gets up on these alley-oops, has a great grasp of when to attack and exploit the opponent.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Hat. Livingston, this is to Jerebko. Now here's Livingston, guarded close, and that one good. And the Warriors lead by 17. Curry against Rozier. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Tatum kicks to Rozier. In it goes. That's his 3rd bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
That's to Jerebko. Back to Curry. Down low. Bell. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Such an agile and mobile big man. Tough to stick with Jordan Bell when he's slashing like that after setting a good hard screen.
Here's Rozier. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on that call with the foul. We've heard Coach Steve Kerr say the power forward position as we knew it is disappearing. You could say that maybe about the center position, too.
I don't want to say that about the center position. What I want to tell you, Kevin, in my humble opinion, is that the center position has changed.
It's evolved.
So, yeah, I don't want to say that it's just disappeared, because there are players out there that are playing that position and doing a lot of the things that you would qualify as center-centric. Screening, going down to the block, rim running to the post, being an option down low. But it's definitely changed.
But now we're seeing him go out and defend smaller guys in the perimeter, taking threes, and that's what's weird for your eyes to just kind of absorb what's going on.
Well, it's weird to absorb not only that and what those players individually are asked to do, but when you're at a game and you're sitting in the stands and all of a sudden you see 5 guys that are outside the three-point line. I mean, go back to a game in the 80s, it's the exact opposite. It was like, you know, a bunch of ants on top of a lost candy bar sitting in the lane, gnawing at one another.
Right.
It's just changed. So the center position, not disappeared, just changed.
Boston again missing.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Sean Livingston has had such a remarkable comeback career and one of the more unique players in the league. At 6'7", plays really a true point guard position, but very rarely do you ever see Sean Livingston getting away from shots on the floor where he knows he can be devastating. 10 to 12 feet, back to the basket, up over the top of guys. Just a really unique set of skills from Sean Livingston.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Smart comes in for Terry Rozier. On kicks to Hayward. To the paint, here's Smart. Rebounded by Bell. Bell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Livingston, not really a three-point shooter, but Brady does so many other things to help you win.
It really doesn't get up into guys physically, but is out there with his smarts defensively, to be versatile, to be able to switch. I love when Sean has a little bit of a launch pad on offense to get to the rim and get up and throw down some dunks. Just such a steadying force coming off the bench for the Warriors in the past few seasons.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star, and if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
In the corner, it's Hayward. The kick out to Tatum. Fades and shoots. The shot's good. Tatum's got 13 points.
Yeah, and when Tatum is scoring this efficiently, it can almost be like an avalanche. He can completely overwhelm defenses with his versatility offensively.
Here's Curry. Good work defensively by Smart.
And his touch has just been a little bit absent this quarter. He's missing a ton of shots.
Hayward can hit. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for Golden State.
What? I was supposed to use that tablet.
No, you was not. She asked first.
No, she
She
didn't.
asked first, and she did.
Kicks it to Bell. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. He's got 6.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Here's Smart. And that one is good. Smart's got his first bucket of the night. Warriors leading by 19. Here's Curry. 15 points in the game. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Let's go. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Tatum's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Now, here is Bell. Not a lot of room, and the shot goes in. And the Warriors lead by 19.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Now, Smart. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's Hayward. And the rejection by Iguodala.
Iguodala demonstrating his defensive prowess yet again. Superb reach on that block.
Golden State's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. The feed to Curry. There's the triple. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He's tried to get it going, but the shot simply has not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Now about midway through the season, a couple teams starting to slide. And they're desperate to turn things around.
But does that mean, Kevin, desperate means you've got to make a bunch of changes? Or do you go back to some of the things that had you in a position where we were talking about you in a positive manner?
Well, you want to remember your mission statement, don't you? What did we begin the season with?
Right. What did we come out of training camp?
Yes.
What was our mantra coming out of training camp? And maybe late November and early December, we won 7 of 10 games. Well, guess what? Break out that film. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's show some of the highlights of what we're capable of doing.
Go back to what we wanted to be.
And then bring it into the next game and show that you're capable of doing it again.
Agreed. Livingston with it. Picked up by Brown. Really left alone that time. Durant's got 5 now.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
Now here's Smart. He's covered by Livingston. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Celtics shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Jordan Bell. And so, Smart nails both of them. Here's Livingston. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. He goes on Jason Tatum.
Well, after nearly being out of the league, Livingston has found an incredible role, a true warrior.
And Sean Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
Brown drives in. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good. Brown's got his first bucket in this one.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
Boston trails by 19. Smart with the ball. Brown wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Celtics. Here's Durant. That shot off the mark. So the Celtics will take it the other way. On the wing, Brown. He's covered by Thompson. Morris inside. He's against Green. Shot clock at 6. Nice shot by Smart. Smart's got 6.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Livingston finds Green. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Well, Draymond Green around the rim trying to find a little bit of a window to get that ball up.
To the middle, here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
He's like a carpenter out there, great floor awareness, zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Warriors leading by 17. Passes it to Thompson. At the elbow, it's Cousins. And Boston with the rebound. Morris has got 5 rebounds tonight. Jacks up a 3. Warriors with the rebound. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Green, no luck. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Front past the arc, and Hayward gets it to go on the assist from Smart. Hayward's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here is Durant. He's got 5. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Back to Durant. Over Hayward. Durant, no good.
You can see how clued in the defense is to take away those mid-range shots and challenge. Solid at getting a hand up in the face of the score.
Out to the wing. Here's Livingston. Rebounded by the Celtics. Their next game playing at home as the Nets coming to town. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home. Hayward can't hit.
And the effort and anticipation on defense won't show up in the individual stat sheet, but effective.
Yeah, he takes a nice angle on it. He doesn't get the block, but he does get the alter.
The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter. Boston trails by 16. Outside, Smart. Up top, Morris. Outside, Smart. There's the pass to Morris. Over Green. Boston again missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Yeah, Draymond Green, we know he plays with attitude and he plays with force. But his teammates appreciate the unselfish approach he has.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game time. Smart passes to Hayward. And here is Morris. Basket good. Morris has got 6 points.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Here's Durant. He can't get it to go.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
I need y'all to hit y'all shots, man. Let's go.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See?
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He ended up with 15 points, 4 assists, and 1 block. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with this tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and dribble.
And
as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really value each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
Jason Tatum is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Marcus Smart. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Horford in at the 5, down low. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. First trip to the line for him here. No good on the free throw. talk about team defense, Brent. To develop trust, it seems like guys have got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing an NBA game and playing defense. They first start with saying that I didn't play any, but the second
the second thing
we get to, Kevin, is talking about really how intricate good defenses can be. You talk about communication, that's one thing, but throughout the course of the season, you build so much sweat equity on defense and trust by. Knowing that somebody's going to be behind you, hearing that voice consistently, but positions on the floor where you almost develop play sets as a defensive team. Now, when you reach that level, that's the upper echelon, but that's when it really gets fun to be down on that end, to shut a team down, to keep a crowd quiet. Defense always begins with great communication.
So many things, rotations and playing angles. And having the guy in back, you know what you can do well, what you can't do well if you're ahead of him.
Well, that, Kevin, and also great teams who are adaptable to make changes on the fly. All of a sudden, a dead ball, coach calls out a different coverage. You want to mess up the team's rhythm on the other end, and 5 guys, they snap to it and can carry out that defensive assignment in one play call. That's great defense.
Green kicks to Thompson. Rebounded by Smart. Smart's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Morris into the lane. Can't cash in from close range.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
And that one's good. Durant's got 7 points.
What I like to see there, Durant no longer shies away from contact. He is the aggressor.
Horford finds Morris. Here's Rozier. Ball's knocked loose. Outside, Green. Pass to Cousins. Launches it. Horford with the rebound. Boston trails by 18. It's Morris atop the key. Fires the 3. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Tatum. 8 points for Al Horford.
In this day and age of stretch 4s and 5s, you can't forget about Horford on the perimeter. Burns them from that distance.
Green kicks to Curry. Pass to Thompson. Lets it go with a 3. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
He's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
Passes to Horford. Green against Morris. Now here's Smart. Defense right on. And it's in there. Smart's got 4 this quarter.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now, here in the 3rd. Curry, good.
Well, not only is he not missing, I think he's really enjoying himself out there. When he goes on a tear like this, he gets that big smile on his face, the mouthpiece at the side of his mouth, and his teammates feeding off the energy.
Thompson against Smart. And Thompson kicks to Green. Back to Thompson. But they get it back. The fader. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Durant's got 9.
Kevin Durant, over the past couple seasons, has been in the top 5 as the best mid-range shooters in the league.
The kick out to Rozier. Throws it from outside. 9 points in the game so far.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Curry looking around. Here's Cousins. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 7th assist in the game.
Good job by Cousins on the catch-and-shoot game there, establishing that rhythm, catching the ball, and had some flow with that.
And there's the pass to Rozier. And it's Rozier again missing. And so Green will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors.
The success of the Warriors is truly built around their culture and their chemistry, and it really starts with Steph Curry. Even though a lot of people argue about Kevin Durant being their best player, their most important player has been Steph. Just a great, joyful approach to the game, and it rubs off on the entire organization.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
Pick one.
They're really trying to sell it out there, but the official he ain't buying.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Jordan Bell's checked in for Cousins. Nurebko comes in for Green, and it's Iguodala in for Kevin Durant. Count that bucket. And that blend of joyfulness and competitive spirit, something that Steph Curry and his coach, Steve Kerr, Brent, they share that in common.
Yeah, think about just how humble they are, how gracious they are, how much they're willing to take the time on a daily basis to do things for others, not just themselves. So you have the Warriors with some key values in place that they don't stray from all that often.
Rozier, the pass to Horford. Back to Rozier. He kicks to Smart. Pass to Rozier. On the wing, Morris. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. 8 points for Marcus Morris.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
Smart against Thompson. There's the three. Rebounded by the Celtics. Horford's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Rozier kicks to Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. It's stolen by Curry. Here's Iguodala. And the first shot of the night for him missing. Boston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Morris, no good.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Iguodala finds Curry. Back to Iguodala. Pass to Thompson. 5 on the clock. Over Smart. Nice shot by Thompson. Thompson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Rozier against Curry. Morris passes to Tatum. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing safe.
Boston making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. Curry outside. Drills the three-pointer. Curry's got 11 in the second half.
3 triples in the first half. 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Rozier kicks to Hayward. Good defense by Iguodala.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Curry. Livingston kicks to Thompson. Passes it to Nurebko. Livingston looking for the opening. 18 feet out, and he gets the jumper to drop. Livingston's got 8 points.
That's great focus from Livingston, used to sinking shots like that late in the clock.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the pass to Wanamaker. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Livingston passes to Urepko. Now here's Livingston. He's got 8, and here's Iguodala outside. The rebound by the Celtics. Smart's got 5 rebounds tonight. One of the best NBA athletes of his era, Andre Iguodala, and still you could make the case, Brent, it's his intelligence that's his strongest attribute.
And most of the time, the comments from Steve Kerr or Ron Adams, the defensive guru on the coaching staff, talk about how Andre Iguodala is a coach on the floor. So he's been a great mentor for Klay Thompson and some of the younger players who are coming up and coming along with the Warriors to talk to them about how he thinks, what he sees, and what he does. Big reason why the Warriors have won multiple titles.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, it's a good call. Just keep arguing with the officials because they change that call all the time. Not.
On the wing, Thompson. Here's Urepko. Another 3 for Golden State.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Hayward on the wing. He's covered by Iguodala. Here's Morris. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter.
And the powerful frame of Morris, difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and they're finishing through the contact.
And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's foul number 2 for him. Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in, and Golden State also making a change. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Urepko. Lets it go from deep, and Thompson is good for 3. Thompson's got 23 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Outside, Smart. At the elbow, Williams. Pass to Wanamaker. Dishes it to Smart. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Thompson finds Livingston. Pass to Cousins. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
That's a high percentage shot there, especially for Cousins. Just a nice touch inside.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. "11 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. To the wing on the left. Morris kicks to Brown. Over Thompson. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And so it's the Golden State Warriors sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. From the field, they have been outstanding. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Livingston is out there with Cook. Then it's Jones. And it's Looney in at the 4 slot. Jones kicks to Livingston. And Boston with the rebound.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. You need a little bit more help from him.
They are now showing NBA games in virtual reality. You and I have actually seen some examples of that. They can recreate almost any angle. Have you gotten a headset?
I haven't gotten a headset, Kevin, but I have watched it. You and I have talked about it several times.
Many times.
It's an amazing experience, and it will only get better. But I really think about if I was a kid growing up in Germany or Italy, and I had an opportunity to pull on a pair of goggles and to watch the game's greatest players from a seat at half court or the cameras that they set up underneath the goal at either end. What a fantastic way to be enveloped by the NBA game.
It's a cool view.
It's a very cool view, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah. Tatum on the wing. Passes it to Wanamaker. Off target with his three. The Warriors shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Evans passes to Cook. Here's Looney. Clock at 6. Now Livingston. Three-pointer. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Ojale. He feeds it to Brown. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Trying to cut into this lead. Bad time for a miscue.
Yeah, they may have some ants in the pants right here. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
Back to Livingston. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Oh, and here comes Rozier all alone. The fast break ends at the rim of the jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Oh, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
Evans against Tatum. Tries from 10, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Rozier kicks to Tatum. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. The kick out to Rozier. Nailed from three-point land.
And how about that floor awareness there from Tatum? It does a good job of scanning the court and getting the ball to the open man.
The pass to Jones. Back to Cook. There's no longer a home and road designation as far as white and dark jerseys. Is that an issue at all?
Not really. It's a little off-putting some games where you just flip on and your
trying
brain
to figure out where they are. Exactly.
Where is this game being played?
Yes.
But with how many alternate jerseys last year teams had and specialty jerseys they had, it's a lot of fun to see the apparel companies paint a different picture on the floor.
Brown, good.
And you gotta respect how accomplished Brown is down low, destroying whoever is in his way.
Livingston kicks to Jones. Pass to Evans. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Livingston with it. Brown on him. Livingston no luck.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Now, here's Rozier. He's covered closely. Over Cook. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Well, there's really no defense for that one. Turnaround jumper, on time, on target.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far.
Can I use the tablet that Courtney was using because she got it?
Fourth quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Turnovers weren't a story for them early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
Al Horford is checked in for Williams. Rozier kicks to Horford. over Jones. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Players are talking about the new sports science. Better sleep, recovery after lifting, playing, traveling, whatever it is. They say it's making a difference. What do you think?
I think it only makes a difference if the guys put it into practice, Kevin. Like, as much information as they can hand out in a team meeting and sort of give you directives about how it is you should rest and when it is you can get your sleep, players won't see those benefits unless they're as disciplined as they are with trying to get better in the offseason as they are with making sure that they get proper rest to be at their athletic best for competition.
From deep, Evans sinks the triple. Evans has got 5 points now this quarter.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Boston, no good that time either.
Well, even though he missed, you like seeing him taking that kind of shot. The defense must be better.
Cook dishes to Evans. Cook looking it over. Pass to Looney. High post shot. And that one good.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Boston. Pass to Tatum. Back to Rozier. For 3, Hayward. Well, rebound by Cook.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Certain guys can play within themselves and still dominate. You played along one of the best. You saw up close in Tim Duncan.
One of the things I think about with Tim is how many numbers he left on the board, Kevin. The way that Coach Popovich played him, minimal minutes, touches when needed most, where Tim usually came through, but how much more dominant he truly could have been.
And he didn't care about numbers, did he?
Not at all. He cared about one number, and that's putting W's on the board. But how many more things Tim Duncan would have led categorically in the history of the NBA at the power forward position, but overall, the numbers would have been staggering.
And the Celtics with possession here. Outside Tatum. Kicks it to Hayward. Back to Tatum. Over Evans. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Livingston with it. Left side Jones. The pass to Urepko. And it's good from the elbow.
And at his height, you have to like what he gives you as a shooter.
Well, when he squares up from the medium range, there's little things you can do to stop it.
And here is Rozier. Horford high post. Back to Rozier. Shot from the top of the key. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. On free throw coming up. Morris is checked in for the Celtics. Then for the Warriors, Jordan Bell's checked in for Jones, and it's Iguodala in for Evans. Outside, Smart. He kicks to Morris. Over Urepko, Morris with the bucket. Now here's Livingston. Pass to Urepko. Here's Livingston. One team owner proposed that we should abolish the draft and have free agency for rookies, maybe giving lesser teams a bigger pool of money to spend. Just some of the ideas these teams are the leaguers throwing out.
Well, that's an interesting idea. The one that I heard about last summer was in Houston trying to flip-flop free agency and the draft so that all of a sudden what you could do is draft players after it is that you've made all your free agent acquisitions, so you could draft positionally, you know you're set up for your team next year. And the more I've thought about that, Kevin, coming into the season, the more I like it. So we'll see what kind of traction that gets.
The Warriors making a switch here. Thompson's checked in, and so Smart nails both of them. Warriors have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Here's Iguodala, and he gets it to go.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Tatum on the wing. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, you gotta really do a better job on Tatum once he gets on the way up. Excellent at fighting his way through the defense there and still able to convert.
Daniel Tice is checked in for the Celtics. The Warriors have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Pass to Bell. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Tatum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Do you think it seems like young players are more receptive to stints in the G League than they were in the past?
I feel that way.
Seems that way, yeah.
Like the stigma of what was used to be the D League, and maybe it was because those were the grades that I had, that you felt a little weird about it. But now that it's the G League, and now that, like we talked about, almost half the players last year had some kind of touch with the G League, I think that stigma has mostly gone away.
Are you saying you were a G student?
Well, when I gave my mom my report card, she said, "Gee, you got 4 A's."
Thompson surveying the floor. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Wanamaker. Austin's got a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. In the corner, Smart with it. No good on the 3. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Pass to Livingston. Here's Thompson. That one off the back iron and out. Boston shooting it well here in the fourth quarter. 50%. Out to Morris. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
First one falls for. That one is no good. The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys who express their views and social concerns. You like that?
I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work. But the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing, there's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact in the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Steph Curry.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Here's Iguodala, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Off target from outside. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Thompson misses. And the Celtics with possession here. The three from Tatum. Good on the three-point shot.
How about the way he squares up on that triple? Tatum is a skilled sniper who plays with confidence.
Now Livingston. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Night and day for the defense. What was better in the second half?
Well, early in the game, I got some easy threes, 4 or 5 threes. They great shooting team and they're great in the paint, so we just had to make a second effort. I think the only adjustment we made was playing harder, and we just got to continue to keep playing together on both ends.
Yeah, Chuck Daly used to always say defense is all about effort, and you showed it tonight. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.
Tablet on charging?
Got 42 bench points, Jesus Christ. Missed a tip dunk. Look at that.